Hey guys, we're on one in the attic where I just turned on the fan. Nothing seems to be working. So let's open it up and see what's going on. Stay tuned. All right, let's get it. All right, we're getting 240. All right, see if y'all can see this. Y'all see that little black mark on that fuse? We have a blown fuse. Let's see if my little jumper's in here. Drain pan is bone dry. Now I know I just pulled my jumper out with the little popper. I'm gonna jump from red to yellow. Alright, I don't think that's it. I've got green energized at the thermostat. So it's not going to be green. Today may have been the first day for somebody to turn on the heat. This is a heat pump and blue energizes in heat. So I'm gonna jump to blue. I heard it click outside. Y'all may have heard that. Nothing. Alright. Because it got cold enough to turn on the heat strips may have energized as well, and that's going to be my white wire. Pulling 40 amps. Y'all can see that. Alright, I think the next step is to go outside and look for a rub out. Oh. I think first I'm going to kill power right here. Alright, we do have a heat pump. First, let's open this up. And look for something right here. Alright, that is possible. Okay, I'm seeing some what looks like mouse droppings. It kind of puts me on high alert. I'm gonna move this wire because it is in such a awkward position. It's on the side with no shunt, so it shouldn't matter. All right, let's look up in here. Alright, that looks separated. Everything looks separated. Looks like the zip tie came off of that. Unless we got a spot right through here. Let's put another zip tie on that because that broke. Everything looks well isolated. Let me see, where's my wires for a reversing valve? Can't tell if I'm seeing something right there or not. No. I'm just not real sure. Well, the only thing I haven't really tested is turning everything on by the thermostat. Nope, we do not have a rub out there. So why don't we do that? Alright, got that in there. A little bit of airflow felt good. Probably not but 70 degrees outside, but it's still warm up here. Uh-oh, there's a wasp up here. All right, let's see how we do. All right, cool on. Just heard the fan speed up. All right, let's check it. All right. Have we already blown that little fuse? I got red lights flashing, so we got 24 volts. Let me see, flash, flash, that means normal. All right, well, I still got 24 volts. Ohming out the contactor, and I got 15.5 ohms. That's okay. Nothing really wrong with that. There we go. You don't ever want to get these things too tight. And basically, you're just twisting on those little pegs right there, and you can break them real easy. That almost never does that. let's check our pressures. That looks real good. Well guys, I don't know what blew that fuse. They were out here to look at the roof because some shingles had come off and she had a leak in her roof. I don't know if they experienced some bad weather or I just don't know. Okay, so that call's not over. I'm 2 days later and the customer has called back and said it quit working again. So we got to go through that whole routine again. Maybe put an amp draw on it. Put an amp meter on it when we're jumping out from one to the other. I'm hoping whatever's making it trip will just make it trip over and over and over again. That way I can track it down. But I hate callbacks. But that was one I left the other day that I thought I may have to go back, and I do. Come with me. But I'm looking at this, and this is for one of those electronic water sensors, and it's not wired correctly. I don't think it's wired. Did I just lose a wire nut? There we go. I don't think it's wired in a way that would cause it to blow a fuse, but it's not wired correctly. Alright, that goes to common. Alright, that white is an alarm, and if it touched something, forgive me, I'm getting a call. Okay, so the wire nut I have for this decided it didn't want to cooperate, and thankfully I have one in my bag. I couldn't get it to tighten up, and look down in there, a piece of it's broken off. Alright, so this white wire we want to make sure does not Alright, let's leave this out because we got more work to do. Okay, we did have a blown fuse. So I'm plugging up my little popper. I see the blower starting to move. Because, I don't know, she said when I left it worked for about an hour and quit. and in that case it would have only been running in air conditioning. I'm jumping from red to yellow. When it's running in air conditioning, only yellow and green are energized. I'm getting 0.2 amps. .28 total. Alright, now I'm getting I got it wrapped around twice. I'm getting 0.67. .35. Until the condenser's running. I got a cold suction line. All my wires are run through a Romex connector. Goes to my thermostat, float switch. That module could blow a fuse. I do not know what's doing it. I'm at a loss right now. I'm gonna do my regular jumping things out here. Okay, at this point what I'm thinking is, what has 24 volts running through it when it's just in cooling mode? Thermostat, blower control board, blower module, defrost control board, pressure switches, contactor. And right now, in order for this thing to be running, all of those things are working fine. Forgive me. Getting up in the attic. Getting up in the attic often gets something in my throat and makes me cough. And one more thing, that water sensor has 24 volts running through it. My plan is to come back tomorrow and totally re-troubleshoot everything. If it happens like it did last time, it's only going to run for about an hour. So I don't know, nothing was pulling so many amps that would make me think that I need to look further into it. I don't know. It's one of those things, you got to catch it messing up. If it, like they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm not about to start replacing parts just because of process of elimination. I want to know what the problem is. If you enjoy videos like this, how about like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.